post's further detail. So let's edit an existing post, and I just want to show you a few more things. We see our page here, and we see the different options we have available to edit. If we go to screen options, there are actually more. We can edit the excerpt, trackbacks, custom fields, discussion, comments, slug, author, revisions. Turn all those on just so we can see them. If we scroll down, we see excerpt. An excerpt is a very short 1 or 2 line description of your post. And this can be used in a list. It's up to your theme to determine how to use the excerpt. Some do, some don't. But this is where that would be added in. Here is an excerpt. We did this for new content. We'll go ahead and update that. Go to our new content. This is new content. Here's an excerpt. One place this typically appears is in the search. Here's an excerpt. That is not true for every theme, but some themes do that. Next, trackbacks. A trackback is a way to link to non-WordPress sites and let that site know that you're linking to it. Pingbacks are automated, and WordPress will notify another WordPress site, if you're linking to it, that it is being linked to. A little bit odd, but that's what it's for. We'll go ahead and collapse these as we talk about them. Custom fields. It's up to your theme to use custom fields, but if you were using them, this is how you would add or edit them. To edit a custom field, you'd select a name. This is a custom field that has previously been added. The name of it will appear here. Or you can choose to enter new. And we can call this anything we'd like. New field. And we give it a value. Add custom field. So custom fields are used by themes to attach additional data to a post. Let's say you wanted to rate this post in some way. What we could do is within the custom field, we could say rate and give this 95%. In the code of our theme, whenever looking at a post, we could then look at the post, see if the custom field for rate has been added to this post, and if so, display it in some way. So custom fields are a way to add additional data to a post and pass it to the theme. How these custom fields are rendered is fully dependent on the theme, but this is how they would be added in. Most themes do use custom fields, however they mask this raw custom field entry, and you actually get select boxes or option boxes that you interface with, which then in turn behind the scenes adds custom fields. So likely you won't actually edit a custom field like this, but if you did, this is how you would do it. Discussion. We can choose to allow comments and allow tracebacks and pingbacks. If we choose allow comments, then we scroll down here, comments can be left for this post. If we turn this off, we'll scroll up and update. Comments are now closed for this post. If there are existing comments, they will appear. However, new comments cannot be added. Below that, we have allow trackbacks and pingbacks on this page. If your post is notified by a trackback or a pingback that a different site is linking to it, something like a comment will appear. Now, for the most part, I would recommend turning this off. That means if a spam site is linking to one of your posts, this can actually be abused to have sites send some of their content to your site, and it will appear within that trackback or pingback inside your comment area. Now, one way to get around this, if you wanted to still allow them, is to moderate all comments that come in, and then any trackbacks or pingbacks, just don't add those actually into the comments. But for the most part, what I would do is just leave these off. Below that, we have comments. So if there is a comment added, we'll go back and actually turn back on allow comments, click update, refresh, and then here is my new comment. Because I'm logged in, I can post a comment just by typing in the text box. I'm just going to paste this in here. If I was not logged in, I would have to enter my name, email, optional website, and optional comment. Close that. Now if I go ahead and update this page again and refresh it, we'll see, scroll down, we see there is a comment and it appears in this comments box. And I can choose to moderate it here on the post itself. I'm going to unapprove it, approve it, reply to it, do a quick edit, flag it as spam, or throw it in the trash. And I can do all that from this comment area. Something that you may or may not use, and by default it's turned off. Below that, Slug. Slug appears here underneath your title, and you can actually choose to edit it here. A slug is the title of your post with any special characters or spaces removed and replaced by dashes. This is used for something called pretty URL. So now that we're actually looking at this post, we see that instead of being question mark page ID equals 3001, it's /new-content. And this is better for search engines, that your title and your page address are the same. And so if you wanted to edit your slug, we can scroll down and do it from here, or we can actually edit it here just by clicking edit and clicking OK. And then I can click update to change my post slug. If I refresh, actually I'll have to go back to my site, the home page, click new content, and you'll see my page slug has changed. Scroll back down. And then next is revisions. Revisions show us previous saves of this post. Anything that has been automatically saved has a autosave tag assigned to it. If I click one of these, this shows me the difference between the old and the new version. So I can choose to compare the two by clicking compare revisions. And it looks like there's no difference. These revisions are identical. And I can choose restore a previous revision here. So I can click restore. One thing that this does not do, and I'm going to go back to my new content, is restore any changes to custom fields. And if your theme relies heavily on those, you actually can't revert those. You can't change those. Those aren't saved in a way that can be restored. So just something to be aware of. So those are some advanced features to adding or editing posts, and they can be toggled on and off from here. Thanks.